Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another session of Deeds of Violence, our second session. Guys, they didn't cancel us. Thanks, Netflix. Just kidding, not sponsored. But Netflix, if you want to, I've always loved you. Anyways, before we get into this, I think we should first start by introducing these lovely players. Hi! I'm the person who... I just saw that there was I just left a little bit of dried gum on this, and I was meant to clean that up, and I didn't, and now I'm humiliated. Maddie! Steph!
Hi, I'm Steph, and I'm the person who, after this, is my Hobbit collector booster box is arriving today, and I'm gonna crack them all.
Oh, said pics.
I will.
Zach!
Hello, I'm Zach William-Smith, and I'm the player that should have studied computer science instead of film when he magically got his camera working 5 minutes before the stream started.
Hell yeah. Val!
Hi, I'm Val. I'm the person who got 2 of his wisdom teeth extracted. So if I sound different, no, I do not. I also have a hobbit thing to crack later as a little treat for me.
Guys, I've never felt so much FOMO in my life. I say as person who had Hobbit packs that they already cracked because they got too impatient. James!
Me too.
Hi everybody, I'm James, and I'm the person who will be writing the new dice high this whole game.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
They are very pretty. And Joy.
Hi everyone, I'm Joy, the player who ate so many chicken nuggets right before this, and her tummy hurts a little, but she is being brave.
So brave.
You are the bravest person who's ever existed. And I'm also going to center your camera a little bit so we can see your beautiful face. And if anyone sees me editing in the background, no you didn't. I have a professional editor in the back who I'm firing later. Welcome back to Deeds of Violence. Also, hey guys, do you know what's really important? Keeping yourself safe. So I'm just gonna put a little command in the thing for our content warnings, and if you're watching this on a VOD, it's in the link below. It's just a list of things that might be in this campaign because we want to keep you as safe as we possibly can. Themes of it's political intrigue. It's bad. Hey, listen, I opened with a torture scene last session, and also the death toll is officially at 200. So I feel like in like is it The Force Awakens where they like casually kill like 5 billion people or something? Anyways,
A New Hope. I mean, they destroyed
A New
all
Hope,
along.
yeah, but they
Spoilers.
destroyed like 3 planets in Force Awakens. It was either Force
That's
Awakens or
true.
the second one of the new ones. Anyways, moving on. Apparently, I'm already off track. What's the planet in Star Wars that is like goes all the way to the center and is like it starts with an M. It's the one that's really populated and everyone lives on it. Fucking hell.
I mean, Coruscant is one.
I
big city,
think it is
that's
Coruscant.
true.
I think it is
Okay.
Coruscant.
Notoriously starts with an M.
I was thinking of Mechantor
Yes,
Rex
I
from
was going
Twilight
there.
Imperium.
Mustafa,
Alright, I was
Mustafa,
thinking of
yeah.
Mechantor Rex
I
from
was like,
Twilight
there's
Imperium.
nobody in
Give
Mustafa.
me a goddamn break.
Magito? Is Magito
Apparently
any other
they
M?
wanted to destroy Coruscant, and then George Lucas was like, don't destroy Coruscant, and he was like, fine, I'm gonna destroy 3 planets instead, which is so valid. I also
It was
would
one-
overreact
It was,
like
like
that.
it was the Republic. Like
It was the
entire
entire Republic,
thing
which
that
I think they
sent
purposefully
Lucas
moved from
building.
Coruscant just because they wouldn't let him destroy Coruscant, which I would be that petty. Anyways. Oh yeah. Hey guys. Currently it is Game Changers month for raising money for Starlight Children's Foundation. So if you have not heard of Starlight Children's Foundation, they are an awesome charity. Nope, that's Game Charges. Let's try one more time. Yeah, there we go. Starlight Children's Foundation is a fantastic foundation that raises money in order to make sick kids' lives that much more happier. They focus on providing different activities and tools to just improve their way of life, which always you start with the mind and then follows the body, and it just helps make kids' lives more happy when they are going through some of the worst things you can go through in your life. So a bunch of streamers, including myself, are using the month of August to help raise money for this incredible charity. So I have a link in the bio and in the side if you would like to donate. It would be incredibly helpful. And if you are Melbourne based, hey! At the end of the month on the 31st, there is an event happening, which is the Australia's biggest one-shot, which is there's going to be 30 plus DMs and over 100 people who are coming to the Fortress at Melbourne, also to help raise money for Starlight Children's Foundation, where we're just going to be playing a bunch of D&D, and I am one of the guest DMs who is going to be there. Buy your tickets now. All right. And finally, Zach, can you tell us what happened last time?
Why, sure thing, Manny. It's been 8 years since the time of troubles, and nothing grows in Mulmaster. We open on a training yard, 2 figures trading blows. One is a half-elf fighter, and he is gorgeous. We have Herdan, played by our wonderful Val. Astar Greysteel is the other one. He's our Texas boy, who believes he's not long for this world. Someone is studying Herdan with dead eyes, but it was all an illusion. Oh my goodness, we've tortured him. That's all we've done, is that we're opening and he's actually not pretty. Oops, big oops on that one. He's scarred to shit, and that's not great either. He's in a dungeon, beaten for 2 days. And Astar is a Zhentarim traitor, question mark? You're being tortured by Melkar Rickman, Herdan, which is not good at all. He is a pretty bad dude, and Mason McKern, also bad dude. And anyway, Towers of the Blades, we have Titus de Lunanacta with his daughter Amal, played by Joy, which is fantastic. Holds court as he asks for the noble seat to be filled. There's lots of tension between her and her brother, Zor Nox, who's pretty unhappy that her dad chooses Amal. Oops, a little bit awkward there. Anyway, to the market, the Temple of Timora. There's gambling ring, lots of dice, baby, let's go. Through the groans and gambling is Ralligan, played by Steph, cleric of Bane, and in a dark corner she meets with another priestess of Timora, Cheslin Onabura, who's actually secretly a harper, but no one really wants to know that right now because that is a big secret. Sounds like a few fishermen have gone missing, by the way. Some executions. What is this all about? What's going on? So much is happening in this first session, including me, Rune's father, who's been locked up in a cell, not paying his actor's tax, which ain't great, but I've been busted out by Ralligan, who thinks I know something, but it doesn't seem like I do. I tried to give her an autograph. It didn't go down well. And meanwhile, way in the retreat, we have Verlaine, who is being played by James. Fantastic stuff as well. And there's so much death, so much slaughtering. 200 dead as Melkor goes and tears through all those poor wizards. Not going to know any of their names, sadly. I didn't write any of them down. But it seems like we're being picked up that after this horrific act, I am being moved to Ralligan at night to see what I do know. We'll pick up there.
Incredible. Thank you so much.
I was like a 5-minute thing. I'm so sorry.
No, that was great. I loved it. I just like that you were just like, for that ugliest man I've ever seen.
Yeah, hideous boy.
Hideous.
Still fucking hot.
Hideous.
But Rune will say he's hideous because
Yeah.
no one can be more handsome.
That's very true. Yeah, every time.
That had a real beautiful rrhythm to it. It was like,
Yeah.
bam.
Like,
That's what my notes do. Yeah.
I can
I'm
see
just-
the animated cutscene happening in my mind's eye with the,
Oh, yeah,
the
if-
flash cuts, the camera swivel.
and that's what
You wait,
miss.
next
Ugly.
next stream I'm gonna tidy that up and it's gonna be like whamma wham, and then yeah, we'll send that off for animation. You can do what you will with it.
All right. We arrive back in the city of Mulmaster. Currently, just to lay the land of where everyone's at, we have Radan, who is currently recovering with his family, but is note of what has happened to him, as always, is currently making its way down the secret trails of messaging and other things, as everything does. Certainly, this hasn't been heavily advertised or anything, but the spies and the information gatherers certainly have their ways and enjoy keeping track of every little thing that happens. We also have Ralligan in her office, along with Rune and his assistant, Lucha, who are currently attempting to make their way back to hopefully get to a rehearsal on time. And we have Verlaine, who has just made her way out of the retreat, knowing that soon her friend will be returning. Her friend. Though he did give her a ring recently, which is nothing to look into. Who will soon be returning with others to investigate what has occurred. Finally, we have Amal, who left behind Radan to return, I imagine, to her family's estate to continue on with what she needs to do in order to continue her station and keep herself and her family safe. Where to start? I think we're gonna roll for it.
Okay.
Just to be cutesy fun. 4. Shadan. Hi, baby.
Oh, it's me?
It's you.
Hi.
Baby, it's you. Shadan, you awaken in the quiet comfort of your family home. You have not stayed here for quite some time, and despite its humbleness, there is a nostalgic smell, sound, and warmth to this place, whether physical or in your head. As you wake up, the pain slowly drifts back, and you can see the world outside is now dark. Luckily, through the ancient learned healings of your family, several of your wounds have closed, and you do feel a little stronger, that you can stand on your feet. Still, your face pulls and is tight, and whether you want to look at it or not, that will scar, and it will stay with you for the rest of your life, whether due to the fact that you didn't drink that second healing potion, or whether it was always meant to be, it is your new reality. Sitting by your side, head kind of resting against the wall, is your father. He still has that kind of crease between his eyebrows, even in sleep, still worried about his son. What do you do?
I think Radan gets up. We find ourselves in a very, very humble home. There aren't even rooms. This is the home of a shoemaker. His bed is against one wall, his father's against another. Most of the practical space in this room is reserved for a sort of open living room space with a low table in the center of the room. On the left-hand side, a small kitchenette, and his father's work tools and table set to the right. And then the door. This has been Radan's reality for most of his life, far away from the gossip and the attentiveness of the ladies at court who wonder where this dashing young knight came from. This is where he came from. This is where the Blooming Jackal was born. And as Ridan gets up and walks towards where the kitchenette area is, I think he sees his reflection of his body in the pots and pans. These old rustic pans, and he sees the non-scarred body, or scarred but healing. They are beginning to fade out from the first effects of the healing potion, and he sees that deep-seated wound that will undoubtedly scar on his face. The Hawkmaster's courtesy, of course, could not let him have that. And he stares for a very, very long while before kind of splashing water on his face from the basin and pushing his fiery red hair back.
There is movement off to the side as your father kind of... He sees the bed, he looks back at you, eyes wide. It's late.
I must return at some point. I can't stay.
You could.
Father, we've been over this. This is the path I chose for myself.
You chose it for all of us.
We see Ridan grip the sort of wooden workbench, and he turns around. What do you mean by that, Father?
You know why all of the young men become soldiers of the city. It pays well, it feeds their families. They become dependent on it, then they die, and the rest of them become the beggars in the street.
That will not happen to you, Father.
I know. Which is why it is not needed. You do not need it. You could live. This is not living. This is surviving. This is killing me. Killing your family.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Father, everything that I do for us. And I do for me. Mulmaster does not need to be like this. I could do it differently. I have done it differently.
This does not look different to me. This looks the same as every other time. Thinking that you can make change, ending up... You could have died. And what would that achieve?
I did not die, Father. And I can't stop now. Whatever option, whatever choice that I had. And you see that there's a sound that comes from the street. And we see Hridan snap his head over, paranoia eating through his mind. Whatever choices I had before, I don't anymore, Father. Do you think they would just let me walk? Do you think that they would allow the blooming jackal to leave his station? the last knight to have seen whether I wanted to choose to leave or stay, that choice no longer belongs to me, Father. What does belong to me now is my own strength and my own determination to protect you all. And I cannot protect you all here.
How will you protect us when you're dead? Will you be remembered as a beast? You are no whatever it is you call yourself to me. You're my son.
I cannot live like you do, Father.
And what is that?
I never have. I want more for us. And I know it is foolish. I know that it is dangerous, but we can't live our whole lives here in fear of danger.
You've been around humans too long. Your talks of ambition, of betterment.
You married a human. You loved a human.
For a breath. No more than that. I already know I will outlive you.
Yeah, well, that happens when you are half-elven. It happens when you are like me. But I will ensure it, Father. I will keep this place safe. I will return to my duty. I know you don't approve, but I do what I must, and I do what I can. So maybe say one last elven prayer for your son before he leaves the house.
Can you roll me a persuasion check?
Okay. That was terribly cocked. Okay. That is a dirty 20.
You see for a moment there's a flash of hardness, of a sudden want to just push you away. But it crumbles just as quickly as it came. He wanders forward and takes your hands in his. The calluses that had always marred your father's otherwise pristine elven features. Workers' hands. They take yours, and he mutters something soft, always quiet, under his breath, in the elven language, a prayer to a god outlawed in this land. He's one of very, very few transgressions. His thumb just kind of traces over your knuckles for a moment, before he squeezes it. Stay safe.
Ridan swallows what might be tears. This consistent love and rejection that happens every time he enters through this house, where one part of him is accepted, the other feared. Ridan squeezes his father's hands and grabs his things. I'll see you in the weekend.
He nods and kind of waves you off, already turning away, trying to hide the emotions on his face and just waiting for you to leave. You exit out of the home. Around you, you see the same buildings that you've grown up with your entire life. It was such a huge... It encapsulated your entire world as you were young, and it just looks so small now. Your entire neighborhood would be the size of an estate that one of the people you bodyguard owns. You make your way out and back into the game, back onto the board, leaving what safety there might have been, however delusional, behind. And we're going to pick up and go to Ralligan. Ralligan, you have just sent off these two a half, maybe something of a recruitment. You've, to be fair, never had to recruit anyone before. It takes practice, maybe. Who knows? But at least they know that they seem to have agreed. Maybe.
I don't think any of that's on Ralligan, just to say.
Yeah. And hey, you know what? Yeah.
She's never done anything wrong in her whole life, actually.
Ralligan's
I don't think you can say
perfect.
recruiting's pretty difficult, Ralligan. Better luck next time. That's not on. That's not on her.
Very true. But Ralligan, you do hear a kind of pecking at the window of your office. Now, where you met with these people, was that within the Temple of Bane, or more so your office in the South Road Keep?
It is my office, not in the temple. We would have gone past the temple intentionally to kind of, intimidate a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's my quarters.
Awesome. Yeah, the Temple of Bane itself just looks like a fortress. It is like windowless, it is grey, it is nothingness. It is extremely cold and bare, and existing at a very high point in the city, just overlooking everything. Mulmaster always resting in the shadow of Bane's tyranny. But you hear a pecking at the window of your office and see a familiar raven, a note attached to its foot. You and your contacts have learnt long ago that the more analog means of communication are safer in this city than anything magical, especially when the eyes of the Tower of Arcane Might are always looking, always listening, always watching. What do you do?
At this point, Ralligan, before any tapping occurs, is working very, very focused on one of her taxidermy projects, so it kind of startles her. Not in a way that's like she'd ever show when anyone else was around, but when it's just her and her freaky little creatures, then she can be a little bit like it. She takes her time in putting her tools in exactly the right spots. They are not going to be dropped haphazard as she goes, and the raven can wait. And she drops them, goes across, retrieves the ladder.
A little note, always tied. You open it, and as usual, it is blank. It needs to be activated by a reagent that you have in your desk. Eventually the ink flows into it, and even that is heavily coded using a book code for one of the books you keep on your shelf. It is the only book that can act as a key. Can I ask, what book is it? What book would Ralligan have chosen to be her key?
I think it would be... okay, it's going to be a book on small sutures and the precision and activation of knitting together wounds, but only small ones.
Precision is needed. You take it out and begin the slightly annoying process of transcribing this coded letter to reveal that it is a quick message from Cheslin that reads, "We may have another. Radan Erevan, known as Blooming Jackal, Knight, interrogated under suspicion. Astar Greysteel, missing. Opportune recruitment. Works as bodyguard. Could use for actor. Signed, Cheslin."
After painstakingly writing it all down and flipping through the pages necessary to be able to do so, Religan kind of sits back in her chair and takes a beat to once again make sure everything is in its place before pulling out another piece of parchment and writing a note, not in return to Cheslin, because that is the second priority. Her first priority is to duty. Her first note is to her acolyte that she works with, to note, "I will not be present today. Witness them well, witness them correctly. I will review your ledger this evening, and then I will get the Raven to send that across as well."
You do so. You send this note over to your acolyte, Nell, who is...
She's baby.
Yeah, she's baby. She's got a lot of pizzazz. She's here for it. She loves positive tyranny. Everyone deserves the pleasure of being under Bane's rule. She, of course, as always, completely devoted to her task. Will cover for you as you need be. And you have the afternoon to yourself. What is your plan?
Well, first she's going to finish the creature she's got in front of her, because process is process. It will take as long as it takes, probably another 30 to 40 minutes. She's on the final stages, but every single step matters, and every single witnessed step is what is important here. So she will finish that. And then as she positions it onto the shelf, she looks over everything and makes sure it is absolutely undetectable where books might have been taken off shelves, dust has been wiped, and then puts on her warm stole to exit into the afternoon.
Incredible. You snuff out the candles after using one of them to burn the note that Cheslin had given you. As always, even the ashes quickly scooped up and placed into the fireplace to blend in with the rest before you make your way out. Relegate on the town. Slay. Where are you off to?
I think. Remind me, in the note from Cheslin, did it have the location for Radan?
No. However, roll me a history check.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my god, Val,
That
how
is-
famous are you? How famous?
That is an 8.
Not very. Not very at all.
I mean, look, Religan doesn't concern herself with people who aren't necessarily
The
concerned.
lion does not concern itself with the jackal, as you know, at least from the phrase knight. You know that this name does not appear in any of the nobles or any of the blades. Most of the time, the word knight is more so used less in actual like soldiery army stuff, but in more so with the glitz and glamour of the nobility and making knights just for the vibe of it. So most likely you know that the name would be recognizable if you ask the right people. Definitely they would either be stationed in the Tower of the Blades or in South Road Keep. Luckily for you, for Radan, it's both. Big plus.
Very convenient.
Love.
After decades of administering death in Mulmaster, Ralligan definitely has a network of sorts, mostly death workers of different kinds, whether that's the grave diggers, whether that is the washers of the body. She has actually a lot more connections in that area because that's where she grew up. She grew up in a very small little estate where that was happening. So she reaches out to that network by essentially just following the scent of death because it's everywhere in Mulmaster. And at first opportunity, finding the first person essentially with a shovel, she'll inquire as to the whereabouts of Radan.
All right. Roll me a persuasion check, and I'll take into account the DC and the fact that you're known. You have sway.
No. Whoa. That's it was 19 on the die, so that's 24.
24. Awesome. So you specifically are asking around in the one more time, just to clarify. Who exactly are you asking?
I am asking essentially the first person with a shovel, who is the first gravedigger that she finds. Right. She walks past basically this kind of makeshift graveyard on her way in.
One of them kind of looks to you and make it a... Heard the name. No one we've buried so far. Famous guy, jousts, works with the Tulun Danarks.
Have you buried any others that bear their name?
No.
Any leverage?
Not that I'm aware of.
No. Your contribution has been noted. You are dismissed. She's a woman of few words.
They're used to it. Hey, listen.
And
your respect for the art of death does make their jobs easier, because you respect that they are a very important part of the process, where many others just consider them tools or just the cleanup crew. But the burial is a sacred part of the process. For many, unfortunately, their final resting place is beneath rocks in the waves, which feels wrong in its own way. But at least this one is a little bit more respectable. Alright, where are you headed?
I am headed straight towards the Delunat estate.
Incredible. Speaking of, Amal! Last time we saw you, you were leaving Radan after taking care of some of his wounds. You left him with his family. What was your next port of call for the day?
I think after that she would return to her quarters, kind of work out how she's going to start campaigning for her noble seat, and also she wants to needlepoint something nice for Radan.
Very fair. You keep to yourself, always acting the ever-obedient daughter. You know you've kind of spent your one favor for at least this time, this day, when so many eyes are pointed towards you. Of course, occasionally the creeping dread of not knowing what is happening to a dear friend creeps in, but you also know, and especially your father's point, that asking too many questions about Lana visiting might only make things worse for you and for her. However torturous it is to wait for news or otherwise, you know at least a reality, which is that before Lana Greysteel was a Greysteel, she was Lana Soyabryakov, one of the most powerful merchant families in the city. She'll be okay. At least physically. And that is a small comfort. After some time spent distracting yourself, you do receive yet another note from one of your servants. There is another visitor. Not a soldier. Sorry, miss, you're the only one home. They're asking for a representative of the family. They come from...
You get a name.
Ralligan, would you have given your name? You're muted. I love you so much. I love you so much. You're incredible. You look so pretty today.
I would have just introduced myself as a representative of the Black Lord.
I think she comes from the church.
Did my father call for anyone from the church?
I'm not sure, but, if it's not so bold of me to say, I think you should, seek an audience. There's like a slight fear behind her eyes. The Church of Bane, in its inner guts, it is unstable, but to the rest of Mulmaster, it's as strong as ever, and is a extremely powerful force in this city that does not need to make excuses for itself. Because it's all for him, baby.
I will go. Please call them in.
Yes, of course. Would you like me to send word to your father?
Yes, please. Immediately.
Of course.
I don't know the business.
Little curtsy rushes off. Ralligan, you are brought into a beautifully ornate drawing room. There is portraits of various Delundanarcht family members of the past. As is with most Mulmaster families, there are only 2 or so generations of portraits, as most of the time Mulmaster noble families have very sudden lurches in power and nobility rather than being old money. Old money is a foreign concept only meant for very few families. Most of them are upstarts that get quickly clawed down. It's always a climb. But the Deludeduct family have been around for a little bit, just certainly compared to the ancient families of Waterdeep or Baldur's Gate, it pales in comparison. But you look around at the various paintings. What is Ralligan's opinion on the nobility, whether public or not? I am curious.
I think realistically, they are seen in exactly the same light as every other living creature, and that she will be there to see their death, and she cares not about their day-to-day life. But she does harbor a tiny kind of, not resentment, but just a distaste to those who kind of prioritize opulence over what is necessary. And she's lived in Mulmaster long enough to have seen that most people she's interacted with at that scale of wealth have exactly the same response at the end, that people who were born with nothing. And so in her eyes, they're just other people, and they will pass as well.
So true. It's just like RuPaul says, we're all born naked and the rest is drag.
And that's really what's going through Ralligan's head all the
Yeah.
time, honestly. Yeah. It's just
I think
on
we should
repeat.
I think we should get RuPaul on. She's gonna play Bane. I think whenever you guys are picturing
Okay,
Bane, I just want
Bane.
you to
Doable, I
picture
think.
I just want you to have a
Mhm,
picture of RuPaul
mhm.
Charles.
This
I mean,
is
tyr-
I'm
God
gonna
of
have to
Tyranny.
reevaluate a lot of things, but
God of Tyranny, I think it kind of fits in a weird way, and I think that's
He
a
be
thread we should
fracking.
follow.
so true. So true. He be fracking.
Let's move on. I'm so sorry. I get one stupid
Don't be
little
sorry.
giggle comment and little reference, and I will do it 5 times, but I get one, so that was my coupon spent. Amal, you enter and see Ralligan, this older figure, definitely, obviously, a priestess, cleric of some kind. You recognize her as being a representative of Bane, the Black Lord. What do both of you do?
Hello. I apologize. It's just me in today. My father is out, but I hope I can assist you. I'm Amal. And yourself?
She's not necessarily going to like proffer a hand or anything. She will simply look you up and down. Thank you for allowing me into your home. I will not mince words. You may call me Ralligan. I don't require your father. I just require somebody who will provide the information that I'm seeking.
Well, let's hope I have that.
What I'm looking for is not something I advertise to many. So I will speak as simply as I can, because the wrong person knowing anything changes every variable, as I'm sure in your position and your family's position you would understand. So I seek a knight. He is not in danger, but I require a audience. And I have been led to believe through reliable sources that this home may be familiar.
Right. Which knight?
I believe he is known in some circles as a jackal of some kind.
Yes. What is it? The blooming jackal. Such a shame. He is a bodyguard for my father, but He's not in at the moment. I'm sorry. If I knew where he was, I would love to assist, but I simply have no idea.
Blooming or otherwise, this jackal, as your employee, I would assume you would have some semblance of control over his whereabouts, and you're telling me you could not give any kind of indication as to where I might find him at present?
I am gonna ask, my dearest Amal, can I please get a deception check from you? And I'm gonna need an insight check from... I will acknowledge the fact that you're white lying right now. I take that into account. You are not barefaced lying to this woman.
Right, because my thing was like,
for me.
Does Amal know where the Blooming Jackal's family live? Like, that's just something I want to know.
Did not even know he
You
had
don't
a
know.
family before this
You
moment.
don't know I have a family. You don't know I was the son of a shoemaker. You know nothing about my personal life.
You know who you could ask to find that out. / I probably could get you to make some rolls to make some like pretty like hazardous guesses. But you don't know for certain, for sure, right now.
It was 11 on the die for me.
Oh, same.
Sick.
Well, instead,
Is this a meets it, beats it?
I think it is more so a I think you see that there is some masking in the words, though you do not know the intention of those maskings. Whether it is all nobles are learned to lie from birth. It is to reveal too much about one's connections and persuasions is a weakness. It would be very easy of you to assume that she has just been trained to never say a direct yes to shit. Like, this is a expected response, but I don't think you look into it enough that it is coming from anything directly personal, though you do know she is concealing the truth, though you don't really see that as too much of a red flag.
Lady de Lunacht, let me assure you once more that I do not wish harm upon this bodyguard of yours. So perhaps, and she'll kind of turn away slightly as a concession of trying to be like a normal person. Perhaps we can simply skip this. You can tell me the thing you've decided not to tell me, because we do not have time for the version where I find it out myself.
Right. Well, I've been keeping it a secret in noble circles, but I am fond of my bodyguard. I was worried that you were coming here as a test from my father, and if that is not the case, I am so sorry for the deception, but that is what I've been hiding. Please do not tell my father. It is such a step down from, like, class, and I don't wish to anger him or embarrass the family name.
I might have known it would be something to that degree. Cannot. I do not have any interest in reporting to anyone's father. I report exclusively to the Black Lord, and in that respect, you have no fear or concern from me passing on your trysts. And I think
I'm still chaste. I'm still chaste. There are no trysts.
It does not make any difference. Congratulations for, well, anyway. And as she's kind of realizing that the whole secret is just a typical, like, little lovers thing going on, she's going to take a second to kind of re-look at Amal, and I'd like to be able to see if I can get any kind of vibe check on her.
Yeah. roll me an insight check. This is a different kind of insight, I'll say. I would never want to be drunk in the bathroom at the club with Ralligan. She would not be chill.
Please, Ralligan.
That is a 23. Ralligan's insightful.
Joy, I hand this to you. What do you think, especially considering what Ralligan in particular is like interested in, and probably what do you think Ralligan picks up on Amal just from a vibe check?
I think immediately Ralligan, like, the understanding almost comes at once that for a hot second, Ralligan was played for a fool. Amal knows how people view nobility. They know how they view her as a girl raised in nobility, and she is not above going, oh no, I'm a big dumb idiot. I don't know anything. I have a crush on my bodyguard. I think for a brief moment, as Ralligan really stops focusing on the immediate goal and rather focuses on Amal in front of them, there's the understanding that, like, oh, this noble girl is working inside this machine. She's not a cog in it. She knows how it works, and she's pushing it forward.
Oh, yeah. I think clocking that, her perspective doesn't necessarily shift at this point, but she's willing to give a little more, let's say, patience. She doesn't really have that much of it, but she'll give what little she has in this situation. And Lady de Lunat, what do you understand about Bane? Not what you've been told. What do you understand?
I know of the church. I know of its influence, of its prevalence and power. Not much more. I've heard what people say, but speaking to you, why do you ask? Is there something I'm missing?
People say a lot of things about the church, about the Black Lord, about his teachings, about his followers. Not all of them true. Some of them we allow to be shared because it serves in our favor. But what I'm curious about is your understanding of the lengths that the followers of Bane will go to in order to maintain control. And in this situation, I fear I am at the whims of a lovesick noble, and that feels a little uncomfortable for me. So I am going to ask once more, where can I find this knight? Because ultimately, I feel this exchange can be profitable for us both. I will keep my mouth shut about your dalliance if you can share with me the location.
All right. I was being honest before. I don't know exactly where he is now, but if you are certain that you're not going to hurt him, you can stay here. Pridon returns to me, always. You can grab a seat.
She is going to look around at all of the presumably very plush seats and just absolutely just be like, taking whatever is the most strategic, like I think it's called the Dirty Harry chair, where it's like she's not going to have her back facing any openings. She's got her back to a wall. She will sit so like uncomfortably, like visibly in a way where like the posture is so straight it looks painful. While we await the return of your bodyguard, I have some questions for you. And I hope you recognize I do not give of my time particularly freely. It is in recognition of the fact that you've been cooperative. Are you amenable to that?
I would be pleased.
You say this now. I I suppose it's worth noting for your context and benefit that my line of work is not one that you would likely come across in your noble day-to-day. Have you witnessed death in your however many years of existence at this point, Lady de Lunart?
My father is a blade, Ralligan. I
I
have seen
asked-
death.
If you have witnessed it up close.
How did your mother die?
Yeah. Ooh, it was an awful illness.
How old were you?
So, oh man, that had to have been. So I was like 5 for her.
Probably that.
Yeah. I have seen death up close.
I have seen enough deaths that I cannot remember every single one. I have administered equally as many. Have you ever administered a death?
No, I can't say I have. No.
You haven't killed someone.
There is an interesting shift in oneself the first time that one administers a death, and you strike me as a, let's say, different kind of noble. You've been cooperative, you've been very forthcoming with information that some was valuable, some was irrelevant. So I'm curious if you did come across an opportunity where administering death was the only option, how would you feel about that?
As a noble in Mulmaster, you quickly learn that to get what you want, you have to take it. And you cannot be afraid of what you must do to take it. If the opportunity arose, and if it benefited me, if it was something I must do to protect myself, my name, Pradon, I would do it. There would be no feeling. It would be an instinct, and I would heed that. It's the way things are, Ralligan. I understand that my soft hands and silky dresses look a certain way, but I get this luxury because hard things were done.
Do not mistake what I am about to say for warmth of any kind. You understand something about necessity and order that most people spend their whole lives performing without actually grasping. That is not nothing. I have revised my assessment of you upwards in a very slight manner. This is not anything beyond what I expected, but I'm pleased to hear that at least some members of this dreadful city's nobility have some kind of understanding of what actually needs to be done.
You terrify me and inspire me in equal measure, Ralligan. You are a good contact to know. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Please consider this de Lunanacht an ally to you, while it benefits us both.
You have proven useful. What is your favorite vermin?
I have seen quite large rats. I'm fond of seeing them carry large loaves of bread to parts of the town.
Lady, I do have a lot of respect for those who notice more of the creatures underfoot. I have noted this. I will keep that in mind. That is the final question I will be asking in this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
We can sit in silence. It does not need
Yes.
to. We don't need to fill that. I have no interest in yammering.
I have tasks to attend to.
As you two wait for Radan to return to his post, we will lift ourselves up and head over to Rune. What the heck are you doing, bud?
'Tis but fortune. All is fortune. Ralligan once told me she did affect me, and I have heard herself come thus near that should she fancy, it should be one of my complexion. Wouldn't you say, Lucia?
Okay, can you just read what's on the goddamn script, please?
Oh, for heaven's sakes! But that was from the heart. You have to learn to be able to improvise what you feel in the moment. It's called impulse acting, Lucia. It's important. No words. Oh, goodness me, it's like a brick wall over here. Very well. I will read what's on the fucking card.
Sorry, mate, can we just have you move 2 paces to the side so we can get you in the light, please? Can we get a mark?
Art
Chalk.
is ruined by those who don't appreciate it. He
Yep.
moves.
Sure
Goes, is this
thing.
better?
Yeah, it's wonderful, thank you. If you could appreciate your art from there, that would be fantastic.
Preacher, he's gonna just he's gonna turn around and say, just appreciate this, fuck knuckle.
Alright.
I need 5. I need 5, Lucia, with me. I need you to fan me. Take 5, everyone. Good, I suppose, rehearsal, doing what you do, you physical things. No appreciation for emotion. Okay. And he'll slump into his chair.
You feel a presence beside you as Barnaby hands you some tea.
Oh, Barnaby, you are a saint. Boy. Thank you.
He nods and then scrambles off again.
Are we alone?
You are not. Roll me a perception check.
Yeah. Oh. That is not great. 10.
10.
Not fantastic.
What the fuck? There we go. A 10. Lucia just gives you a look that you read as wait, and she begins talking loudly and just says, all right, take your goddamn 5-minute break. I'm going for a smoke. As she
fair enough.
walks out, and you see her gesture to the side from kind of just beyond the wall.
Just beyond the wall. Is it?
She's
no one's seen?
She's walking out of a doorway, and she's gesturing beyond the doorway to the side that
Gotcha.
someone is there.
And people outside. Understood. He'll slurp his tea, recline a little more, take off his hat and kind of fan himself with it, and say,
You see a hand kind of peek around the side to rap kind of merrily on the door as
make yourself known, stranger.
As a head kind of like peers in with just like this kind of excited grin, as you see a man a little bit younger than you, probably in his early 30s. He is very handsome, tanned skin, kind of dark inky black hair that's curling around his ears. You see he has like an epic stash moment. It looks good.
Is it epic? Like twirly moustache?
I don't think it's like full twirl. It's giving what's that guy from Dragon Age, which I haven't played?
Dorian Pavas.
That was in there.
The fact you haven't played that is criminal, and you should.
Valiant Dorian, I have a question.
Yes.
Let's move on. Very
The
bad.
answer is yes.
Okay,
The answer
thank
to
you
your
so
question
much.
is yes.
Thank you so much. Longer hair. Dorian Estache. Lute strung on his back.
Oh,
He kind of, you know what? It's like a actor face just pops into your head. I am just picturing Robbie Damon in this moment.
okay. Cool.
Hell yeah. As he kind of like pops his head in, big smile, as he just says, I'm so sorry to intrude. Just within the midst of this, I'm one of the local musicians who's going to be working on the play.
Oh, a musician. I see. Working on the play, how exactly?
Score? Apparently, you needed someone with a lute. So, I usually work in the local taverns.
Yes, I see. You bards tend to stick to the other ones. This is a play, not a tavern, my good man. Who do I have the pleasure of meeting?
Oh, right. He approaches you and extends a hand. Vesper Alder.
Vesper Alder. Runesfard, as you are no doubt aware.
Yes, of course.
Give me a second while Zach writes this down.
It is VESVURALDER.
Thank you. Goodness, you bards do love to intrude on someone's quiet time. Well, as an actor and true performer, as it were, I usually have no need for score, since my words are music enough. But I do appreciate your want to be surrounded by this true form of art, and good for you. Maybe one day we'll make an actor of you.
Well, all performing is performing, as they say. Well, basically.
Yeah, I suppose in a way it is. In the same way that, children playing pretend is performing, and who's singing in the bathtub is performing, and
oh, well.
the way your wife probably looks at you. Sorry.
I'm
gonna try and say that under my breath. I'm gonna try and say that under my breath.
I'll roll a perception check for him.
Yeah.
A natural one. Let's fucking go. He's too excited to meet someone famous. He just kind of smiles and just says, "We local bards have our uses. Always ears to the ground, hearing things. You must be staying in the Traveller's Inn, right?"
Indeed, I am. Although I'm yet to make my way over there. I've been frightfully busy. But indeed. Well, I have noticed that many people around this city seem to have connections of some kind, and I hope to be one. I cog in that wonderfully communicative machine.
Oh, it's the song of the city is whispers in the street about other people you don't like. But if you're ever around the inn, my wife happens to be the proprietor. I married up.
Yes, I bet you did. Good. Well, I'll have to make myself known to your lovely wife, and well, thank you for allowing me to stay in your most humble of inns. I appreciate the lodging.
Of course. Though I will say, my wife and I tend to run in different circles. I'm the more social type. She tends to keep to herself.
Well, sometimes it's nice not to intrude into someone's personal time.
I understand completely.
Mm-hmm.
It happens to be I'm sorry, sir. It happens to be a habit of mine. I find myself in other people's business constantly.
Of course. No bother at all. I am obviously simply jesting. But I would like this moment to just say that I look forward to our conversations, maybe over an ale at a different time. But if you're not doing anything this evening, I'd love to get to know each other in a bit more, in different circumstances.
Of course, I would be more than honored. Private room 3, and he heads out.
Oh, Lucia.
What?
Do you have my appointment book?
Oh, fucking.
My calendar, as it were.
Yes, of course, Mr.
Can you
Svard.
okay? Can you come in here? It's really not good for my voice to shout.
Of course. Stumble, stumble, stumble. Walks into door. Door closes. Face falls.
I need you to make an appointment into private room 3 in the inn.
Yep.
I think we may have business to attend to in that regard.
Did he make contact?
Yeah, a little bit, I think. I'm not sure. You never can tell in this city. Whispers, as they keep saying, but...
They did say it would be someone in an inn.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Well, we'll have 2 people, I guess, to go back to. First being Ralligan. She's definitely... I trust that she's actually in there. And then Vesper Alder. Do you know him?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know his wife? Apparently they run in different circles, though I'm not entirely sure which ones we should be part of.
Him, not her.
Him?
She's been around so
Good to know.
long because she knows how to be in the right pockets. People respect her for it. She's a survivor.
Okay.
But she'll sell
I
out
guess I can
any
respect
information on her guests if it means that it keeps herself safe.
Good to know. Okay. Well, I guess we have our heading in that regard. Avoid her, talk to him, see where it goes from there. But first, I suggest we pay a visit back to Ralligan.
Yeah. We'll do it after the show. I'll say you
Yeah, of course.
fucking... Oh, what shit
Oh, I
can
don't
I
fucking
come
know.
up
What is
with?
it again? I don't know.
You're on vocal rest?
I have it. Listen, it's in there. I'll just
Okay.
I can do it.
Yep. See ya. She
See ya.
ducks out. And the mask slips on and you head out.
Welcome! Oh, hello. Wonderful to see you all. Prepare yourselves for a night unlike any other.
Incredible. Your performance, as always, is met with thunderous applause. There are all sorts present for your second. Honestly, you're more busy on the second night because they did hear that you got arrested at the end of your first opening night, and they wanted to see if it would happen again. Thankfully, it didn't because you've paid your taxes this time, but you are showered with bouquets and flowers and the usual kinds, invites to many parties, but excuses are made.
Mm-hmm.
And you head on your way. Our last note before we align our timelines in full is it is important to mention, not because I forgot to last time, because that would be silly. Verlaine, the time where you are existing is separate from the rest of the party. The rest of us are in, I should look up the date realistically. Hang on.
I have the calendar in front of me.
Yes. So you currently are about halfway through Alien 6. The rest of us are in the night of Alien 5. So you're a little bit ahead of the game. Which is why I'm going to quickly ask where you are going and what your next steps are going to be. Then we will go and break and work on joining these two timelines, as the rest of Mulmaster is not yet aware of what is going to transpire the following morning.
Like normal, certainly.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Just regular stuff. Yeah, I think that Verlaine. You said it would take Jasper and that group about 3 hours to get back,
Yeah.
right? I think that Verlaine paces for like an hour and a half. And then, am I under the correct impression that they set the retreat on fire?
Yeah.
Is that what I overheard them talking about? Okay. And I think like that whole hour and a half, Verlaine is like weighing that betrayed look that Jasper gave her and like fighting the desire to like want to make it right, but also knowing that they see her in a way that no one else does, and that scares her in what they might see if he comes back just now. And so I think after a lot of debating, Verlaine will sit in their little spot, find a page in her spell book that she knows that Jasper has seen before, so he'll recognize it, and she will, with a lot of sort of like internal hatred at herself for doing so, rip the page out, and just write a little letter to him on it and tuck it between two stones in the wall where they sit. And then she will make for Mulmaster, I think.
All right. Your letter is stashed, and you begin making your way to the city. And on that note, we are going to go to our break. So, 10 minutes. Go to the bathroom, grab a drink, do what you need to do. We will be right back. See you in a little bit. Hello and welcome back. I missed you. Where am I? There we go. Hey, so we will journey back again to where we were previously, and I think to converge our timelines, we are going to first start with Shradan. Are you, because you do not have your armor on, but
I do not.
most likely
That
you
would be a
do
problem.
have. Do you, since you're a bodyguard, you would have quarters in
Yes.
the Tower of the Blades, but I also think it's
I don't know.
unrealistic for
That's
you to
up-
have. And well,
It's
you
up to the Lunanox, I think.
more so in Mulmaster, they have live-in like guards. It's like one of
Okay.
people try to get to that level so they can live in the tower instead of in the soldiery. But most likely you would have a set of armor in there. It's probably just not your decorative one. Like you'd have more of like a practical set of plate armor. But if you
I'm
want to go
going back to
decorative,
get my.
that's valid. Hey, that's valid.
Ridan needs. This armor is not just armor. It is who he is.
It's
He
valid.
needs that now more than ever. He needs to put his face on.
12-step skin care routine. You head back fairly quickly because you're in more casual, you're like more casual underclothes with a cloak, and can make your way into the soldiery. Upon seeing you again, a few of your friends kind of give you a look, like doing a general look over, checking to see if you're okay. Kind of silently asking because they know they don't want to make a big deal about it. You see...
Ridan.
Yeah.
I think Ridan re-enters the soldiery. I think there's like the whole walk to the soldiery is getting back into the headspace. The second he enters, there's like a moment he exhales and his friends look at him, and Ridan says, "Well, good evening to you lot as well."
Guys, see you're doing better, mate. Abram says, kind of going to like clap you on the shoulder, but softens it slightly.
Yes. He did a moment.
Yeah,
We all must do what we have to do, yeah?
of course. Dorina kind of cocks her head and just says, we sent a lot of the young ones off for the night. Let me help you. Offering to help you into your armor.
I appreciate that.
Many
The
hands,
problem
lesser
with
work.
visiting home. Problem with visiting home is that you get a little too comfortable. Crick in my neck.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's well.
Yeah.
Glad to hear it.
You all right?
Yeah. Very boring, actually.
I can imagine without my stunning presence.
Of course. Shame about your face. It's alright, you've got a wonderful personality. She, like, continues tying the ones that are hard
What is
for
it
you
they
to reach.
say? What is it they say? Folks like a man with a bit of a rugged charm. We could do something like that, yeah?
Rugged's certainly a word for it. Don't worry, you're still pretty.
Rugged's what we have to work with. You see him like tilt his head, and there's something about, and I think Dorina would catch it out of everybody. Dorina and Abram, both of them would catch it out of the three of them. There is a like crookedness to Kridan's smile now, whether from the scarring or from something else. It just doesn't flash quite the same, but it's still charming in its own way.
She catches it but doesn't comment on it. Kind of finishes kitting you up and then pats your shoulders. probably in the past, like how much Dorina hangs out with you guys, and it's just like you guys are just like in like a hot tubbing together. But I'll just say, for the audience's sake and for my sake also, Dorina does carry her sword on a carabiner, and she's a wonderful lady. But she's having a great time. And
This troop truly is a bunch of queers.
it's just a
hanging out
bunch of
together in
queers
the
with
sultry.
swords. This
I
lesbian
need you
found
all
out
to
she
know
could
this.
swing a sword, and she was like, "I'm in. Give it to
This
me."
feels like the fantasy Top Gun. You know that
Yeah.
just the same
Yeah,
This is fantasy Top Gun, unfortunately.
this
Absolutely
is.
is.
I
That's
was
such a-
thinking about Top Gun when I was making some of these people. Yeah.
Yeah, I figured that might be the case.
Fuck.
You're like, oh, the crooked smile. I'm like, so Tom Cruise. Okay.
Absolutely.
I can't wait for the inevitable sprinting scene at some point when you're just going to.
You guys
Like,
are playing
In my
volleyball.
plate armor, sure, I'll make it work.
You could try.
Wait, so jousting is
Beach
y'all's volleyball? Jousting's the
I
beach
guess
volleyball.
so. Jousting's beach volleyball. Yeah. Mm.
Absolutely. And just because I think it's funny, I think Dorina has had an epic crush on Sir Nadia for like 5 years. Nadia's like, I
That's
hate
a-
you, and she's like, what a woman.
That's a choice to make as one of my best
Absolutely.
friends.
No, yeah. It's a little bit of a running bit now. I could fix it. You
Really?
couldn't
Her?
bury that.
Really? Okay. Sure.
You don't
Mhm.
understand. Anyways, you
I
get
don't.
yourself kitted out, feeling a little bit more comfortable. Your friends know that it is better to show support, that they know that you know that they're there if you need them, but they're not going to press an issue unless you're bleeding out or dying, which was kind of why they were banging on your door earlier, because that kind of goes beyond the line of what they can ignore.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they do care if you live or die. So you've finished getting ready. They wave you off, already knowing where you are to be assigned, and you make your way back to the Tower of the Blades. It is probably like around dinner time by the time you arrive, and as you approach the entrance that is assigned to the Dulundanagt family in one of the many spires of the Tower of the Blades, you see a carriage pull to a stop, and Titus Dulundanagt climbs out, a kind of like focused, slightly suspicious look on his face as he seems to be heading up towards the door at the same time as you.
I stop and stand at attention, put my arm on my chest, and I bow. My lord.
Titus kind of turns around. He takes a moment to school his expression as he sees you. Kind of raises an eyebrow. Is this something I need to know about?
Not anymore, my lord.
Understood.
All will be well.
He turns away and opens the door.
I march after him.
Meanwhile, Amal and Ralligan, you two are sitting in abject silence in the drawing room.
It's been hours, right? Because it's like Ralligan's been
It's-
there since the afternoon.
Yeah, and it's now night. It's probably been like 2 hours. At least.
Oh my god.
You know what?
I'm
I
gonna
think
be
raw dog in
so
the
clear.
flight.
both of these
Just
women,
saying
I
that.
think, are very
Genuinely.
good at being bored. So I think they're fine. They're chilling. Listen,
It does not look like Ralligan's moved. At all.
Amal has dissociated for 2 hours.
Amal's been like embroidering. She's vibing. She's doing her thing.
The embroidery is also so nice, by the way. It's a little fox, like with hair like hers, chasing around a little jackal with blooming flowers in its mouth.
This
I
feels like
think,
Maddie has just left her Sims just to do stuff.
I think the one moment of
Please.
conversation throughout this whole interaction, the entire afternoon, is at some point Ralligan is going to look over and the ears should be more pointed. And that's it.
Thank you.
To you. But you do hear the door open, like right as like one of the servants like rushes to open it. Titus just swings it open and kind of like marches in as you see the patriarch of the Delundenacht family arrives, swiftly followed by a knight in gleaming armor. Under his arm is a helm with what looks like a jackal head. It seems you have found your mark. I did not realize we were getting visitors from the church.
My visit
Yes,
is near complete, though. I have been entertained quite thoroughly by your daughter.
I am glad.
I've handled it, Father.
I am glad. It is an honor to host you in our home. I hope all
Yes,
has
it is.
been offered to ease your stay. Please join us for dinner.
No.
Understood. He looks between you. I wonder what would be like the
vibe
the
check.
God be with you, peace be with you of Bane. All I can think of is under his eye, which would track, but unfortunately a little bit loaded of a phrase.
I mean,
we'll think of
I
something
think
later.
genuinely, I think at the moment, I think Ralligan, at least in this kind of company, would just be saying something as simple as, he remains.
He says it before you do, because he knows how to. He's been in this game for a long time. He just like nods. He remains. A good night to you both. There is a look as he passes by you of a like, I'm gonna hear about this later, but you got this. As he passes through and kind of like waves a finger at one of the servants who are just like, okay, me first, as he is going to promptly get all of what has happened from one of his servants as he leaves the room, leaving Haradan behind. Haradan, roll me a history check.
Sure. What is my history? Could be worse. A 6.
Hell yeah.
Be worse.
You have been around long enough to at least recognize a face, because certainly Ralligan operates very heavily in outside of South Road Keep. I think you recognize her face, and you recognize her to be someone of importance, and some kind of priestess, obviously, of Bane. That's about where your information ends.
Yeah. Radan does not know this has had anything to do with him. He imagines that this is a conversation between far more important people than he is. So he's in his armor, a helm on, realizing that as Ralligan has just stated, that this is concluded. So he goes over to Amal's side and greets her, and he says, "My lady."
Don, you have a guest.
I?
You. It is nothing to worry about, I've been told. Don't worry, I checked thoroughly. But this Ralligan would like to speak with you.
Madam Priestess, what might I do for you?
You are the one they call Jackal?
One of my epithets is the blooming jackal, yes, madam.
I wish to I wish to speak with you on matters that cannot be overheard by the, let's say, working class around here at this juncture, knowing that Titus is 100% just going to be like, hello, with any of the servants. They are delicate matters. And as I have assured your friend here, I wish you no harm at this juncture.
I've heard a lot of that the past 24 to 48 hours. I would like to insight check that, actually. I heard a lot of everything is going to be fine, just let it happen, and then
That's
I
so
let things
valid.
happen. I'm rolling terribly. That's 13. I don't think I know it. Shit nor fuck.
What with
Can I
it?
get the help action?
Unfortunately, that's like the one roll you can't be given a help action on.
It's like,
I tried.
She's got vibes.
Ralligan, what do you think? Should have done insights on you with a 13.
I think with a 13, you can tell that in this very moment, I mean it when I say I'm not going to cause you harm at this juncture, but you're
At this
also
juncture.
really like, that could like flip on a dime. It would 100% could be any moment that can change. But right now, I'm being truthful enough that at least for the next, I don't know, 10 minutes of this conversation that you have to endure, she's probably not going to hurt you intentionally.
Well, I am at the leave of my lady. If you consent to this, then so do I.
Yes. Let's speak. I wish to know.
And you can
Right.
you can assure privacy.
Of course. I think Amal would lead them to her private quarters. Generally, it's a fortress.
We are in the house of Lord Lunanacht. This is as much privacy as we can offer within the Tower of the Blades.
Understood. So is it just the three of us then in this?
Yeah.
Great.
I'm wearing
As-
my helm. I'm not taking it off, by the way. Nothing.
So unchill.
But we can still kind of see your face a little bit, or are you fully obscured?
No, that helm
Awesome.
is...
Awesome. Love that.
Mm.
Jackal.
Jackal.
As I have just spent the last afternoon discussing with Lady de Lunanacht, I'm seeking something. I understand that you will want a lot of answers as I ask you the following questions, but I need you to, if not trust, which I understand has not been earned, I need you to give grace as I establish whether or not you can be privileged with that information.
Understood, Madam Priestess.
As a knight, and clearly one that holds true to that knighthood at seemingly all hours of the day, you've clearly experienced a lot of violence and hardship. What do you think all of that death is for?
And I think there is a moment where Hirdan kind of like pauses, listens to your query, and he says, for the greater purpose of Mulmaster.
Does it not incur any emotional feelings? Not even any kind of regret, any guilt? Do you associate that with your duty?
All death is regrettable, madam. All killing is regrettable. Anyone who says otherwise is lying. Any death that comes at the hands of someone is regrettable. But that doesn't discount its necessity.
Death is a necessity, it is an inevitability, but a death that means nothing is an insult to every death that did. I will ask you the same question that I asked earlier this afternoon. What is your understanding of Bane at this moment?
That he is Lord.
Do you really feel that way? Or are you looking at the way that I am dressed and the way I am presenting and simply saying what I wish to hear? Or what you think I wish to hear? Because in this moment, the distinction is important.
Madam, I do not think anything that I would say to please you would work. You are clearly a woman of... You value directness, so I'm being direct. Bane, the Lord, is Lord. He is God. He is God of Mulmaster, and therefore God of myself.
When was the last time that you, let's say, administered a task in his name?
The last time I slaughtered someone.
Was it clean?
Yes, madam.
What I am trying to find here, and I will include both of you in this estimation, is I am trying to find the right direction. I am trying to find people who understand what it is to truly worship Black Lord and to respect the way that things actually should be upheld. If you, Jackal, had complete authority over this city, not influence, not noble pit chat, not any leverage, complete authority in his name, what is the first thing you would do to make Mulmaster shaped more in his image?
Madam Priestess, you asked me to speak beyond my station. It is not my duty to think of that, even in the hypothetical.
Lady Delune Nacht, same question.
Well, Hradon's answer informs mine. In the eyes of death, we are all the same. Noble, knight, we will all die one day. Why do I get a hypothetical? Why do I get to answer, and Hradon cannot? If I had power, I feel like I would do something about that. It's not fair. Life isn't, but death is.
With that last little bit of that, death is, you can see kind of cogs turning in Ralligan's head as she's like, this one gets it. May I call you Amal, lady?
Of course, please.
Amal, I feel as though I have potentially underestimated you. Not so much your frivolous alliances. They may have clouded my vision, but it does seem that you have an understanding I will speak plainly to you both. I am seeking a prophet. I am seeking a representative. I am seeking somebody who will turn Mulmaster around, because what they are doing presently, well, of all the deaths I've administered in this city, rarely are they administered correctly, and rarely do they reflect the true power, let's say, of what Bane is capable of, and the disrespect that has been shown to him in the past years in this city, I will not stand for. I am not the prophet. I am aware of this. I have always known I am not this prophet, but what I am is the person who finds them, who prepares them and holds them to the standard that they need to be. That is enough for me. And I'm now wondering whether or not either of you should be in contention. I've waited a long time. I can wait as long as I need. But I ask both of you, should it be you?
And just quickly, as this is happening, a few doors down, Titus kind of waves away the servant who had very little information to give because you guys had just been sitting in silence. But she kind of smooths out her apron, and upon exiting and heading into the servants' quarters, the kind of like mask of calm drops into the tired expressions of all of the servants who are just kind of around for all of this fuckery and don't have the same protections as everyone else, as I kind of like turn to the first servant nearby and just go, "Oh, I think I need to move houses. This is all so stressful."
Well,
Valid.
you know, that can often be the way. But, you know, a job's a job at the end of the day.
Very much so. We need to get dinner sorted. Could you
Oh,
clean
you're
Nox's room, please?
Yes, certainly.
All right, thank you. You're a lifesaver. I appreciate you filling in. And she
Anytime.
rounds a corner. As you make your way upstairs, can you roll me a perception check?
Yes. That is a 16.
Alrighty. Armed with your various supplies, you kind of look around, realize you are alone, and very easily you have been around in many a noble estate and can easily enough find a section. You kind of go into Nox's rooms. He is missing as per usual. You kind of make your way onto one of the balconies, and you're aware with a quick leap you can land on the balcony of one Amal Danacht, where you'll have
Excellent.
a pretty clear ear into the conversations that are happening within.
Thank you.
Can you roll me quick acrobatics?
Yeah, of course.
Just a
I was wondering,
little
like, I just
one.
leap. I just leap. Okay, I'm not saying anything. Oh, that's great. 24.
Yeah, you spring over and crouch down, and your conversation may continue.
So,
Please, guys, continue.
should it be you? Either of you?
Well, I've found myself in a position where there is a noble seat empty. I wish to occupy it in the hopes of securing not just my position for me, but hopefully some form of influence in Mulmaster, being able to have a voice directly. While changing the system from the outside could be possible, it could also be difficult. This is easier, faster. I mean, perhaps this is a foot in the door?
Jackal?
Madam Priestess, I think that to establish yourself as chosen means that you are not chosen. So my answer to should it be I is, should it? I do not know. It is not my choice, surely.
Your instinct there was correct. Your reasoning, perhaps lacking, but reasoning can be built around a correct instinct. And Amal, while you do seemingly, with respect to your station, think a lot about your own circumstances and family here. Understandably, everybody here is self-serving in their own kind of way. You do make some valid points as well. If I found what I'm looking for, I need to be certain. I've been wrong before, and at this particular junction, if I am wrong again, it will cost me more than I am willing to pay. So I am not, at this point, going to confirm or deny that either of you have proven anything at this point, but you have endeared yourselves in as much as anyone can endear yourself to me.
I personally agree,
True.
Herdan. You have so much to offer.
The balcony door, kind of with a slip of the lock, opens, and Raligan, you recognize the famous actor known as Rune Spard, currently dressed in a servant's outfit and kind of pulling off a fake beard.
I'm so sorry, my friend. You have put yourself in the private quarters of my ward, which means that I'm going to have a halberd to your neck immediately.
Ron, seize him! Seize this man! He attempted to see me in my chambers.
Raligan, would you mind? I'm going to be honest. Everyone, I've heard the whole thing. I believe there is some business to discuss, and evidently, this is really not the most private of rooms.
I'm sorry, have we met?
Could I?
I'm obsessed.
Wow.
So
I think for the, you know what, for the first time, Rune is kind of speechless. Like, you wanted to speak to me. This was your idea, but your idea. I went. You went there and.
The actor. I'd forgotten about you.
Makes. I'm not sure I believe that, but would Herdan, can I roll to have, like, as the halberd's there's a dagger like at your belly.
All right, I'll say for vibes, can we get initiatives from you both? This is not for combat, more so who can move quicker.
No. Sure.
Is he a famous enough actor that we might know him?
You absolutely know who this man is, Amal.
I don't watch the pictures.
Herdan, no.
That is.
Herdan, please.
You cover up the poster on your wall you have of him
It's
above
me.
your bed.
Harry Braun.
Herdan, stop.
It's a 19.
I loved his work.
19.
24.
24. Okay. The halbert's brought up, and then you kind of look down and you can already feel a dagger pressed into your belly, like between the pleats of your armor, like right to like go into a kidney.
I really wouldn't. I don't want to mess up that pretty face any more than it is. No words, pity. And he'll take his dagger
No,
away.
he does not move the halberd. He doesn't care. I would have if you didn't insult me.
It pays no mind.
My
Raligan.
lady priestess. Do I dispose of him?
I wouldn't have
Why are
made
you
myself
here?
known if it... Because you are discussing some things that really should not be discussed here, as he gestures to the door. What you're talking
I was
about is...
assured of privacy.
Assured by whom?
A lady who clearly underestimates the capacity of her staff.
Now,
I was not in charge of the staff at the moment.
might I suggest a jaunt in the night? I have some quarters that I can assure you are safer than these ones, at least.
Are they clean?
You know, the owner is a bard, or at least married to a bard, so I wouldn't go that far, but it's private, it's quiet, and no one will disturb us.
It would suffice.
Wonderful. I suggest you take the stairs. I'm going to pop out the other way. Don't think Titus would be particularly gleeful to see someone of my caliber unannounced.
You may refer to him as the Lord de Lunanacht. Thank you. You may go.
My apologies, my lady. I am unfamiliar in these parts. I'll see you there. It's the Last Light Inn. Oh, sorry. Is it the Traveller's Inn?
That's
Not
right.
Last
It
Light,
is
that's
the
Baldur's Gate.
Traveller's Inn, but I also have been playing Baldur's Gate 3 recently. The Traveller's Inn,
It just was
which
in my head.
all of you
Traveller's
locals would
That's
know
so real.
is the incredibly fancy tavern that all the very rich travelers go to.
Yep, I pop out the balcony. I guess.
Yeah, you scurry your way down. You are skilled enough to do that easily, leaving the three of you with the doors to your balcony open, the curtains kind of flowing in the cool air.
I will admit I am rapidly unsure of whether or not my estimations of you after the previous conversation are going to hold. Amal, I am disappointed that this... Look, it is too early for me to decide at this
Forgive me,
point.
Madam
so-
Priestess. And you see that Fredan kind of like turns. The Lady de Luna Nacht had nothing to do with it. If there's any failing of the security of this place, it is upon my shoulders.
Hold on. It is fine. You know, it must have been Knox. He must have left his balcony open, and my father has just returned home. I guarantee he wasn't watching after the staff as he is normally. If the madam wants to blame me, I will accept it. My heart is truly broken. One priestess does not find me in her favor. How will I go on? Let us go.
I want you to understand, Ralligan thinks you're being so straightforward with that. And she's like, yeah, that's a fair response. She does not get the sarcasm.
Incredible. All right, the four of you on your various routes make your way to the Traveller's Inn. Rune, you meet the crowds with a smile. You get a few compliments. Oh, I adored the show. Please let us buy you a drink.
Oh, no, really, I couldn't. I've had too many already, but thank you. Maybe tomorrow.
Yes, of course. We'll have to go
Of
again.
course, pleasure. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, no, you shouldn't have. Oh, hello over there, yes.
And you make your way through, kind of quickly scoping the area, and you find yourself wandering towards what was referred to as the private room number 3.
From 3.
Just off to the side. Can you run me an investigation check?
Yeah. I'm not good at this. 8.
8. You kind of give everything a cautionary scan, but it all looks to be similar enough. And you kind of open the door and look in. and it looks like any other kind of meeting room that would be used for like private card games and that sort of thing. But you also know probably like wait a tick for the rest of them to arrive. Otherwise, you could leave a message.
I think I'll be my grandiose like greeting to all my adoring fans was kind of a show of like, here I am now, this way. As I don't look at them, I will just go straight towards the door, give it the cursory look once over, and then just head inside and wait. I will though try and perceive if there's anyone like. Is it just a blank room? There's no windows. There's nothing else in there.
There's nothing else in there. I will say.
Right. Then
Can I get Amal? Can you make me an Arcana check?
Oh, sorry. Could you repeat that? Which check?
Arcana, please.
Yeah.
Ooh. Arcana for my lady.
I wonder why.
I
wonder
really
what that's
wonder
about.
why. Oh no! Oh no! I saw that roll.
I watched that tip over. That was terrible.
I saw that happen before my eyes.
So that's a 3.
Hey, listen, the thing with sorcerers, they don't need to study. It's all like in yourself, which is like a beautiful thing. You guys head in, kind of closing the door behind you. What you don't see is that this room is cloaked in a semi-permanent private sanctum that promptly secures itself shut. For the moment, you are left alone. The rune in particular, you do notice casually leaning against the wall. Nothing accompanying it is a very beautiful lute.
Ah. This will be one of Mr. Alder's ownerships. See, at least I'm in the right place. Is anyone else in the room? Is there anyone in the room with me?
No, it's just
With
you
me?
guys.
Oh, great. Good. Well, it has been at least commandeered correctly. We're in the right place, everyone. Hello. My apologies for the slightly intrusive entrance. And I believe we got off on the wrong foot. He'll extend a hand to Shridan.
Ridan looks you up and down before extending a hand, very cautiously.
No tricks. It was with good intentions, I promise. I was concerned for your safety.
I will decide that based on the next few words you choose, sir.
Very well. I heard a lot of what was being said, particularly by you, priestess. Raligan, my apologies. And as you can see, I'm not entirely truthful in who I claimed to be. Yes, I am a very famous actor here, but that is not primarily the reason why I'm here. I assume you all realize that we have secrets on each other now, and it best not exit this room. I trust that we can all be mature and understanding about that. Yes?
My
Feel free to
maturity was
nod
never
over
the
the
one in
phone.
question.
Yes, apologies for the act. I couldn't be sure of who exactly to trust, and I had to be sure. I didn't know who you were or your motives, and you can understand that in a city such as Mulmaster, that can lead to one's slit throat fairly promptly.
Ridan
So,
removes
yes.
his helm. Puts it down. And you see a
Okay.
fiery-headed, half-elven man with scars across his face.
They look fresh.
Yeah, I was just going to say, those seem fresh.
Raligan, roll me a history check.
Okay.
DC 21.
21.
Oh no! Oh no! I saw that roll over too.
That's a 2.
Ah.
It was gonna be an 18 too.
Yep.
Yeah. You can't connect this beyond much more than you are aware of the brutality of the city, and especially considering your note included that he was under investigation and primed for recruitment. You're like, that'd be why.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Her reaction is like stone-faced. Because everyone's got it.
You are aware of wounds. That is a purposeful wound. That is a malicious wound designed to scar badly and placed in a way that makes it incredibly difficult to repair.
Ooh. It seems to me, Hirdan, that judging by your attire, you have spent your life in service of this city and your lady. Am I correct?
Yes.
It's commendable, and I mean that. What has the city given you in return, then? And he'll gesture slightly to your scars and say, "This does not seem befitting of a man of such loyalty."
Radon says nothing. This is a dangerous place to be asking such dangerous questions. After a very dangerous time, he says nothing.
Could I try and roll insight to kind of gauge his mood on this and try and get
Yeah,
what I
go
can?
ahead.
Look,
Roll insight.
Yeah.
Skilled.
Soft 20.
Skilled.
Soft 20. I think you gain exactly that. You are asking very, very dangerous questions at a very, very dangerous time. He cannot answer you without first knowing that this is... You call this place safe, but he doesn't feel safe, and you can tell he doesn't feel safe. Until you're able to reassure him in a meaningful way, he can answer a question like that.
I think he'll look to Ralligan for this. At this point, then he'll realize that there's no reason for you to trust him right now, and he says, "The people who own this place are like you," and he'll look again once more. I don't know if he'd actually know that. I don't remember.
You can message me if you want to clarify something.
Yeah, hang on, real quick.
Pause.
Pause 1 second.
No,
I need
no.
a law. There's so many people in this thing, and I don't know
I'm
who knows.
So sorry, my boy is very tormented.
Hey.
No.
Sorry, you're acting like any person would in this podcast situation.
This is called.
This has been the worst 48 hours of his life.
Yeah.
And then some Priestess of Bane shows up, and it's just like, I'm so interested in the both of you. It's like, I wish for less people to be interested in me.
Could everyone just leave me alone?
I
just became
is,
important
like,
at work, and
good
it's
24
ruining my
hours.
life.
When the night piece becomes aware that it's on a chessboard.
Such a sad night. I'm so sorry.
He is so sad.
Brought down. I was asking about people and who they were. Like, we're kind of trying to gauge what I was gonna do, and Manny was just like, "Oh yeah, so Val's character's gonna have a very, very bad, no good day. It's just gonna be the worst thing ever." The first.
That's one way of putting it, Maddie.
Yeah. It's like the killing joke of it all.
Yeah, so Rune is connecting the dots. He's looking at Ralligan, and he'll say, "The people who own this place are in the same league as you and as Cheslin. We're safe here."
in future, regardless of safety, I would insist upon you not sharing my name with hers in a sentence for my own and everyone else's safety.
You claim that you wanted these people to be prophets. I'm afraid a lot of secrets are going to come out very quickly if we are to work together, and we must. I know you have no reason to trust me, you have just met me, but you are now all in significant danger simply because you have heard the conversations you have. Is that clear to everyone?
I think at this point, Ralligan kind of takes a deep breath and just... You owe me a new pen. And that's the only acknowledgement. It's acquiescence as best as she can offer.
Actually, do you have a favorite bird?
Well, that's interesting.
Vulture. Vulture.
I would-
Vulture.
Vulture.
It was my first thought. It was my first thought. But I don't care for favorite anything, really. I am curious as to what that kind of thing means to others. For me, I have never really held a strong association towards any particular type, but
Was more thinking functionality of the quill, but no matter.
oh, she's taking everything you say super literally.
Yeah, no, I got
I
that.
I will
Oh,
hear
yeah.
your words, sir. What danger?
The danger of the city itself. If you hadn't noticed, Mulmaster as a whole is quite sought after by many a powerful person. Selfaril
Please tell me you don't
Uoumdolphin.
mean... Sir, please tell me you don't mean to tell a Mulmasterite that Mulmaster is the city of danger.
He simply, as he gestures, says, might have forgotten.
Not forgotten. Reminded.
Good. Well, then you should also know that there are other cities that are equally as vying for this power as Selfaril himself. Now, I have no love for any of these, and I have been searching, waiting, as it were, for an opportunity with which to topple said power. And he looks to Ralligan again and says, if you believe that there is some profit, that there is some hidden strength within this city, and that it is close by, well, I have been waiting too long to let an opportunity like that slip away. I want what you want. I heard you in there. You asked if death is that all that death is for? I understood. There should be more. And I believe that the people here are simply scared and believe what they are told to believe. An uprising has to occur. A revolution. And who will start a rebellion like that? Than the people who want change more than anyone.
You are very enthusiastic.
I'm actually
Well,
so tired.
fatigue or otherwise, I don't care whether you're enthusiastic or if you're ambivalent. I care for your precision in a task of this kind of scale. And so far, my experience of you has been mixed. I can acknowledge when I have made an incorrect judgment. I do not fully believe at this juncture that I have, but I am willing to see if perhaps this version of the actor that was here for me the other day is one that lasts, or if this is the mask. I will contribute what I can when it suits.
I suppose, for now, that is all I can ask for. But in terms of me, I can finally, I guess, lay bare some of these truths. I admit I have been holding out hope. That actor's mask has been on for a long time. Not to say that I didn't grow up as such. I was part of a traveling troupe. But that was a long time ago. I need to know that you are all... Well, we are all of a single mind in this objective. I know not exactly how to come to achieve this, but I know that I need help, and I know that some other presence in this city have been slacking, have been inactive and far too passive for my mind.
Ridan is going to look at Amal because this man just spoke so many sentences of treason, he does not know how to respond. In any meaningful way, and we just kind of see Ridan's head like tilt towards Amal.
Yeah, and she looks back with a kind of like tiny, almost imperceptible like head shake no of like, it's too late to get out of here, so we're gonna kind of just hear this out. Like, we're already implicated because we're in the room, so we are now forced to hear this out.
Oh, why do you think that he wanted you to come this way?
Good sir. This happened on baseless suspicion. What makes you think I want to dip any of myself any deeper? What is it? What's in it for you? You come in here to Mulmaster, say Mulmaster has to change. Who are you? Why do you care?
I care because I have nothing else. I'm well aware of what I intend to do. In the same vein that you are, you understand that what I'm saying is horrifyingly treasonous. Yes. But I have such an anger and a drive for change. And I'm so sick and tired of the acceptance of that injustice. Are you telling me that you are not destroyed by what has happened to you? Are you not angry? You should be. You should want change as much as I do. You should want a better Mulmaster. Who's prospering in this scenario? A very lucky few. That's what I want to change. I'm in too deep. I've been here. I'm in the trenches, and I have been here for years. Not in Mulmaster, but around the Moonsea.
Excuse me,
Now
Mr. Actor. I'm so sorry. I've been here the
It's
whole
rude.
time. Yes, that. Well, I understand you've got your whole treason thing going and like overturning the very structure that sets me up for a very comfortable life. And I understand the pitch towards my dear Hradan and Ralligan. May I ask, quite frankly, what is the sales pitch for me? Why am I here? I hate to say it, but my position is a very privileged one. Why am I incentivized to help you? So far, all you've done tonight is break into my home, insult me, almost stab my attendant, drag me here under false pretenses, reveal that you had some kind of dramatic personality change, and try to implicate me in a crime against the state that, once again, I cannot emphasize enough, feeds and clothes and provides for me immensely well.
Does it do the same for your subjects? For the people that you claim to be noble for?
Oh, not noble yet.
Not noble yet. My apologies, my lady. I suppose I overheard that you were vying for a seat of power, yes?
Yes, absolutely.
Right. So, until I know your motives further, and although, admittedly, you're right, I don't know what you can necessarily gain from this, and you are one of the lucky few that I mentioned. I don't mean to be insulting, just simply factual.
Yes.
But if Ralligan is here beseeching you, I wondered why. There must be something. And I know, just from seeing, that you care deeply for Hradan and someone of his state.
Yes.
So I assumed you would care for everyone in his position. That's who I want to help. Now, I'm sorry for the false pretenses for lying for the trade. This is obviously not exactly an ideal situation for anyone. But that's the whole city right now. Now you can help, or you can leave and be admittedly taken in for questioning at the very least.
Right. You've endangered my life with this, yes.
Yes, because I need you. I need someone who can potentially be a seat of power. And you're here now, so... Would you have trusted me if I was up front? Really?
I let Ralligan in my front door to speak to me like a semi-normal person. I am reasonable.
Which was
The
clearly
privileged are
not
people too.
pure. Right
Listen,
now, I need you a
I
lot more than you
appreciate
need
the
me.
sentiment. Yes, and I'm so grateful you're recognizing it. I'm sorry. It's just we got on such an immensely incorrect foot. You insult my friend after they experience something horrid. Once again, you drag us here. You endanger Hradan's life again with this. You have to understand. I would love to help you. Truly. I will end up doing so because now I have no choice. But no. I think so little of you right now. That's all. You won, but you mean nothing to me.
I don't need to mean something to. That's
good.
Not why I'm here.
Continue.
It's more on you. You said there was a prophet, Ralligan. What did you mean by that?
Well, I don't know whether this prophet is alive or in the city or whatever, but I am done. I think that's the only way that I can really explain it. I am done with the inefficiencies. I am done with the oversights, and I am done with witnessing day after day just absolute nonsense in supposed servitude to the Black Lord that barely scratches the surface of what he's capable of and what he should instill in people. And frankly, I think the people at the top of the chain, shall we say, are more weighing it down with their chaos and impulse than any kind of efficient and straightforward control. And I'm just done. I need to find somebody who will essentially bring back what I expect from Mulmaster. You probably heard me saying to the others before, I am aware it is not me. I have tried to find this prophet elsewhere. I have put my faith in Powerful people who proved disappointing time and time again, whether it ended in poor discussions or explosions. And I'm tired of being disappointed, and I'm tired of having to administer to a city that half-asses it, frankly. So now I'm looking for change. Whatever the cost, I have weighed. It's worth it.
And we are aligned. I
It
couldn't agree
is
more.
At this moment that Rune and Ralligan, you recognize a knock. Too long, too short, before the door slips open, and you see the familiar, far more serious face of Vesper peer in. There's been an escape out of the prison. Guards are everywhere. Break this up. We'll meet again in the morning. He closes the door.
That's the owner. Just don't kill him.
I am not interested in adding more crimes into my already growing list. I will do what my lady requires of me. I will keep covenant over this. Do not ask me for any more than that. I cannot endanger my lady, nor the people I love, over the flights of fancy of a man I barely know. I'll keep your secret. I'll follow my lady, and that is the end of it.
Very well.
All right. In the rush of all of you very quickly separate into your own groups, being seen by the right people, painting the right story that brings you here this night. Amal, you find yourself joining a few other ladies in a quick card game to round out the night. Shradan, you join a few fellow knights for a drink. Ralligan, you make your way out. People are used to seeing you around. They assume you're doing some sort of inspection. You're like mysterious and scary enough that they kind of don't question you. They see you with the rest of the guard. Rune, you make your way upstairs to have your beauty sleep. But keeping an eye on the road, there are guards everywhere. Mobbed especially around the ports and otherwise. Whatever news this is, it has escaped fairly quickly, and only with a keen eye do you notice the amount of panic in the streets. It would not be common information to understand that someone has managed to escape from within South Road Keep. It is near impossible. The information has arrived, and the search is beginning. We will pick up next week on the following day, but before we wrap for the night, we will go forward in time to when, Verlaine, you arrive in the city of Mulmaster. You arrive right at dusk. There are more guards than you remember, but with a confidence that you are just another traveler returning from elsewhere, you pass through the gates easily enough, finger playing with the ring securely around your finger. It looks the same, which is a good and a bad thing. You wander in. Breathe a slight sigh before you feel a presence at your side. Kind of look over and see a hooded figure kind of cocks their head at you and motions for you to follow them.
Can I, just out of, like, paranoia, I just saw some cloaked figures. Do these cloaks look, I mean, cloaks kind of all look the same, but can I tell...
You recognize who this person is. They are not hiding themselves from you. They're hiding themselves from everyone else. This is your contact.
Gotcha. Okay, I will take just a quick little look around to see if anybody is watching us or this figure, and then I will follow at like a slightly respectable distance.
You find yourself entering into a lavish building filled with mages, different to the one that you're used to. The figure rounds on you and kind of picks up your hand, looking at the glittering ring. Clever.
Thank you. I respectfully would have appreciated a bit more of a heads up on what to expect from that.
Well, it was a simple response. Like I said, there would be one. To tell you in advance was a mercy.
Doesn't feel like a mercy, but I respect the thought.
You're alive?
I am.
Good to know that you have returned to the city. It is good for us. Otherwise, where else would you go?
Well, my only home for the last 3 years just burnt to the ground, so dare say this is about it.
Selfridge's men are so messy. Ah well. It does seem, unfortunately, they're trying to tie it to the Red Wizards of Thay, which is interesting. Games over games. Were you not?
My assumption was that the people who came to the retreat were in agreement with you. Is that not the case?
We knew it was going to happen.
I
suppose it's not the same thing, though. We're certainly not on the same side.
Good to know. And, am I allowed to ask about Dill's fate? Or is that above my pay grade?
We don't know.
Can I insight check that?
Go ahead.
I'm sure I stand no chance, but it's worth a shot.
Valid.
I need you to stand a chance.
It's a 14.
There is a crackle of frustration. Something that night did not go to plan.
Interesting. Okay. Well,
However,
I'm sorry.
I think we will find you incredibly useful.
I'm sure you will.
She kind of reaches forward and grasps your hand. Her hands...
Elaine, like, flinches at
she
the contact.
Pulls off the glove and looks at your hand. What does she see?
Yeah, so, underneath the glove, I think... So I didn't expect to answer this question today, that's so exciting. I think she looks down and she sees, like, at first glance, it almost looks like Verlaine's, like, fingers and, like, up to the palm of her hand look like they're just stained with ink. But at further glance, it's clear that, like, her fingers kind of entirely are cracked and rotting. I think there are a few fingernails missing or, like, on the verge of falling off. And as this, whatever this is, kind of progresses down her palm and to her wrist and up her forearm, as it begins to, like, thin a little bit more, it's clear that whatever this is has a sort of, like, shifting and pulsating, like ink and water kind of movement under Verlaine's skin. But everywhere that it touches, it seems to be, like, seeping the whatever is, like, magical and living under Verlain's skin, this seems to be feasting itself on that. And everywhere it touches is almost looks like it should be bleeding, but it's almost like this thing consumes that too, and so it's just cracked and rotting and dry. And that continues. I would say, Maddie, let me know if you disagree. I think that continues probably about mid forearm at this point.
I'd say so. She studies it for a moment.
Verlaine looks away.
It doesn't look good.
No, it's unfortunately, because I was not informed as to what was happening, I was forced to hold concentration on a spell, and that seems to have done a bit more damage than I would have liked.
A wizard who can't even cast her own magic.
Mm.
Ugh. Well,
Yeah.
she drops your hand.
Immediately slide the glove back on.
The city is up in arms at the moment. A lot has been happening. Nobles disappearing, prison escapes, that sort of thing.
All right.
For now, perhaps get in touch with some old contacts that you might trust. See what's going on. We have a feeling that some of your previous experiments have been quite useful to Talwand.
He's using my research.
Of course he is. Why do you think he wanted you gone so badly?
I should have known better. All right. Is there any old contact in particular you would like me to speak with?
Do you know what was his name? As me, Maddie, searches for it. Do you know someone called Corwin? Blacksmith. You
What?
do. He is an artificer. He works out of the Cloak Tower and also Southward Keep. He is known as someone who is extremely diligent in their work. He is blind and mainly works with his hands. He is known as being a kind, soft-worded gentleman. And he was nice to you. He was nice to everyone. He kind of keeps to himself. He's not a threat. Never has been.
Okay. Valine will sort of reluctantly nod, but like brows scrunched together a little bit. And what need would you have of an artificer? I would assume those that you know be magically talented enough to assist with your needs.
Perhaps. He has a certain skill set that we don't.
Artificing?
More the combination of the two, infusing certain magical items with certain forms of magic. Mainly works in the prisons.
I see.
Apparently one of his little creations has gone missing, and we think it might be connected. You should talk with
All right,
him.
I can speak with him fairly easy. Do you know, I'm not entirely certain about the conditions of my... I mean, is my exile, like, formally lifted? Should I... What are the terms of my being here, I suppose? So I know how careful to be. I would prefer not to get, executed within the first 24 hours. Preferably.
Well, to be completely honest, you're not that much of a threat to anyone anymore. I don't think they would waste their time. But I doubt you're going to go long in the city without people figuring out that you're here.
Right.
Perhaps you could let go of a little bit of your pride and appeal to your former masters. They might take you back.
Just to be clear, you want me to go back begging to Torwand? That's your plan? And that's the only option? That's the only plan?
You could stay here.
Let me think about it. Okay.
Either way, the guard is quite distracted today. So perhaps, I don't know, a local tavern or something. Keep your head down. Make some friends.
I will, do my best.
Good.
And, if I need to get in contact with you, should I just come here? Or is there a more discreet method you would like me to do so?
I think we will just find you.
Right. Well, I look forward to being useful to you.
I am so glad. And know that if you please us enough, this sort of thing, she kind of like taps at your gloved hand again, is right up our alley. Repairing, rotting, reliving.
I am very interested in being rid of my affliction. So
wonderful. My lady will be pleased.
Glad to hear it. All right, I will be on my way then, unless there's anything else you need from me.
Don't give anything away or we'll kill you?
Right, yeah, that was sort of, I assumed that bit, but thanks for saying it, I suppose.
My lady can be quite passionate when it comes to keeping her secrets. We've had to replace the ambassador again. Can you believe it?
Wow.
She didn't like his face.
Oh. Right. Should I be worried about my face, do you think? Is it suitable?
If you're
I hope
useful.
so. It's the only one I have.
She pokes you on the nose.
Great. Kind of like flinches and just... Right, okay. I'm going to go make friends, I guess.
Wonderful. Bye-bye.
Great.
Marsha
Nice to
Tam
see you.
kind of moves away, the handmaiden of Demetra Floss, making her way back to the Wyvern Tower to report to her lady. And I think that is where we will end today's session. We will have more Verlaine next week. I'm sad we couldn't have more. I miss her, love of my life.
I got to watch my favorite TV show. It was great for me. I had a great time.
Oh, period.
It feels like Zendaya in Dune 1. Just like...
Incredible. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. We hope you had a great time. The weaves are weaving. I'm more sad. I feel like we need to release the tapes, aka release Rune's fuck ass stat block.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I can say that now while we're living. Rune is a level 10 rogue.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
makes sense.
Can
All right.
He's a beefy boy.
you big boy. Thank you so much for joining us today, everyone. Let's say our goodbyes. If anyone has anything that they've got going on that they want to shout out, or otherwise tell the people where they can find you, starting with Steph.
Hey, I'm Steph Panicasio on pretty much everything. I mostly have been posting about Hobbit stuff lately because Magic the Gathering has taken over my entire life. And that's pretty much all that I have going for me right now because I just keep cracking packs and spending money, and I make no apology for it.
Hell yeah. Cracking packs addict. Me. Unfortunately. It's the thrill. Zach.
Hello, I am Zach William Smith everywhere on the internet, and not much going on right now. Just enjoying this stream. You can find all the videos I make, silly skits online. Yeah, hope to see you there.
Incredible. Val.
Hi everyone, I'm Valiant Dorian. I use he him as pronouns. You can find me all across the internet, Valiant Dorian, or also Spirit Bear. Please enjoy that little treasure I had to say you on. As I mentioned at the start of the stream, I got 2 of my teeth yanked out. So I'll be doing stuff soon. Just keep an eye out for when I do stuff on my socials. Back to you, Maddie.
Incredible. James.
Everybody, I'm James. You can find me on TikTok and Blue Sky at NiceOneJames and pretty much everywhere else at TTRPGay. I too have nothing else going on. I'm just writing gay little letters to fictional people that don't exist.
I'm so keen for the dramatic reading next session because it's happening. It's happening, so help me
It's a
God.
good letter.
Did you send it to me?
It's in my character doc, but I can send it to you.
Guys, I'm gonna read it before all of
Good.
you. Fuck y'all, being
Okay.
the DM is the best. Alright, finally, Joy.
Hi, I'm Joy. I'm Joy X Valentine everywhere online. Please follow me everywhere. Typically, I post funny stuff and where I'll be doing improv if you're anywhere in Chicago, except currently because there have been tornadoes here and I broke my phone and my phone screen's not working. But like once that gets fixed, I promise, like I'll be back.
Uh-oh.
Tornado took my phone.
Hi, Madeline. This is my channel. Stick around. We're gonna raid into someone, but make sure that you donate to Game Changers and support all of the streamers who are doing amazing work helping raise money for that. If you're in Melbourne, come to the event. If you want to be DM'd by me next year in Ireland, make sure you check out Natural 20 Tours, where you can apply for free and put me down as your preferred DM. I have already had like 15 people show up. I have 6 seats, so sign up quickly. But if you don't get me, there are also incredible DMs, including this one I've heard of, Hannah. Hannah plays D&D.
Well, maybe she might be there.
I don't know, rings a bell.
Okay, a table's filling up fast. Okay, if you want that.
Get into it. Otherwise, they have a bunch more in Scotland, in England, and all of them are based in the local lore of wherever you are, which is super cool and fun. We will see you next week. Thank you so much for supporting. If you're watching this on YouTube, leave a comment. If you're watching this live, go to the YouTube and leave a comment. It really helps us out. Okay, have an amazing rest of your day. Say goodbye, my little anarchists.